In reference like back to, donating plasma and people that like depend on plasma medicines and therapies, one of the things that's become very apparent to me just throughout this process is this is kind of the life that they almost live on a regular basis. And without the proper therapies, these are some of the things that's just normal for them.
Without a question, no question about it, especially patients with primary immune deficiency, right? They're sort of much more careful. They have probably been living this in some indirect way that we have never really appreciated until we go into their world and realize, wow, we have a better appreciation for patients who have been diagnosed with PID. When you think of plasma, there is not just for autoimmune disorders or primary or secondary immune deficiency. People are being treated with it for hemophilia or for alpha-1 deficiency, or they're using for albumin for certain conditions, or hereditary angioedema. There are conditions out there which are classified as rare disorders that are being used, but unless you are in that world, it's hard to understand because many people probably have never met a hemophiliac or have never met someone with a particular neurological disorder that's being used with IVIG, or even a primary immune deficient patient with XLA or SCID. Most people never meet them or never come across them because it's a rare disorder. But now this pandemic affects everybody. It affects your neighbor, it affects your family, it affects your coworkers, it affects someone you perhaps know who has been exposed to COVID. And now it hits home. It's no longer, it's something I heard about, it's someone else's issue. No, it's now your issue.
And convalescent plasma it's something that's been around for a while, and it's not a brand new thing. But what do you think makes this time around a little bit different, and the urgency and just the attention around it? What do you think makes this time a little bit different than in the past, like when it was used for like MERS or other pandemics?
Well, I mean, convalescent plasma, it goes back well over 100 years. I mean, I think the first time it was ever used to treat a condition was diphtheria back in the late 1800s. And then you go into current situations with MERS or the original SARS or the Ebola of West Africa. Or now you see hyperimmune products, right? Used to treat patients with rabies or RSV or perhaps, other conditions like tetanus or hepatitis or snake bites. You hear about it, but you don't really know how it was made or how it came to this point, because most likely you have never been personally exposed to it. You may have never met someone who has this condition, but now you're in the game because you can walk outside your house and walk down the street and potentially be exposed and you never knew it.
To listen to the full episode plus more, go to whattheplasma.life or anywhere streaming podcasts. Search for What the Plasma. While you're there, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to join the iPlasma Life community on your favorite social media platforms.